Hello and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. For today, we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series REY Jedi Training Toys R Us exclusive 6-inch scale action figure. Packaging is really nice. I really like this artwork that they've created on here. It's bold. It even has the display base piece down there at the bottom. It really looks good, and I like the way that REY looks really determined there. No numerical designation because it is an exclusive. Here at the back, nice images there of the figure and the base, accessories, all that. At long last, REY has found Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi Master in the galaxy. Hoping to find a hero of legend, she must unlearn what she has learned as Skywalker challenges her expectations. Nothing too new there. And let's see here. We got the Velcro, which I do like. And you can see the figure in there. You can see some images as well as little descriptors of what the different features are in the figure. I'm not going to read them because we will talk about them as we go along with the review. But again, if you look at the pictures there, and you look at REY, not quite the same. So, as expected. But again, we'll get into the review. We'll look at it a little more closely. So let me go and get out of the packaging, and then we'll take a closer look. Alright guys, so here is REY out of the packaging, and as you can see, a little bit different than what we have previously gotten with the Black Series, The Last Jedi REY. Biggest difference here, she has a lot more soft goods. Well, she has soft goods compared to the regular release, which is just plastic, and the special facial paint that these figures get for these exclusive store releases. There's also things like the bloodied cut on her arm, which the regular release didn't have until far later in the production run, and we'll compare them all in just a little bit. Beyond that, though, the arms look to be the same, the legs seem to be the same, and the head is actually the same, just with new paint detail on it. The coloring is also quite similar to the previous release. However, since it is soft goods, it is going to be a little bit different aesthetically. Here's an up-close look at our overly enthusiastic heroine. And I think that the facial contouring on the face actually looks really nice. That being said, it still doesn't quite look right. And I just think that it's just not very excitable. I mean, it looks very bland, especially just the expression on her face. It's just kind of like meh. Like, really disinterested in anything going on. Doesn't look like she's in the middle of flying the Falcon or training or confronting Kylo Ren or Snoke or anything like that. She's just very, very, kind of not there. So that is a little bit weird to see. I would have preferred a little bit more of an excitable expression, especially since this is the exclusive release. Other than that, though, the likeness is okay. I think the biggest issue I have is the eyes. They just look off. The eyebrows look a little off too. But the contouring of the face actually looks pretty good. There is a little bit of a pinkish hue to the skin tone as well. And I think the camera may actually be accentuating that a little bit more than it is in real life. But there definitely is a slight pinkish hue to her. And I think that's mostly because of the contouring that they gave her. You'll also notice there is a little dot right there. I'm not able to get that off. So that is a bummer. You pay for a premium, and it has little issues like that. So that's kind of not good. So I might have to see if I had an exchange, or maybe just see if there's any ways to get it off, because I've kind of been trying and haven't really had any luck scraping it off. But the rest of it looks okay. The hair looks fine. And then you have the soft goods, which I think look okay. I don't like how they kind of start curling up here at the bottom. And it wasn't really like this when I first took it out of the packaging, but now they're kind of starting to just, I don't know. It doesn't look great. I mean, it looks okay because it's REY, and, this isn't a far cry from what she had in The Force Awakens, but I don't know. I wish it was a little bit more seamless, without all the fraying and all that. You also have this little black part underneath. I mean, the soft goods is good because of the articulation. It helps to not hinder it quite as much. But at the same time, it doesn't look 100% as good as perhaps it should. Again, the arms look to be the same as before. Legs, all that seems to be the same. It's just that you have a little bit of a different paint application to it. There's the bloody look right there. You can actually kind of see some pixels on it if you look at it closely. I do like that you can kind of make out it's not just like a slash. There's a little bit of extra, like a slash and then a longer slash there. So that is kind of cool. In terms of articulation, same as before. You have a nice bend right there at the neck. It is on a ball pin at the very top that goes into that bend, so you can rotate it. Can't really go up because of the hair. Ball hinging at both of the shoulders, nice movement there. You can bend and rotate both of the elbows. You get more than 90 degrees, so that is nice. Rotate both of the wrists. The left goes forward and back, and the right actually goes up and down. You have a ball hinge here at the torso. It actually does help a little bit. That's not too bad. It's actually pretty good. Ball hinging at both of the hips. Again, they're not quite as restricted on this figure because of the soft goods, but you still can't get a complete split. They go forward pretty much all the way. You get a swivel at both of the thighs. You get your double bends here at both of the knees. And then both of the ankles have bends and rocker hinges. So overall, very nicely articulated. It could be a little bit better, particularly on the head, but beyond that, I'm pretty happy with it. So for accessories, you get Rey's blaster. Of course, this is the one that Han Solo gave to her. It is a die-cast part, so it is a little bit heavier than the plastic one that comes with the other regular release. And it does go into her holster same way. You just plug it in like that, and it comes through both of those holes like that. So that's nice. You get a lightsaber hilt, and this one is also a die-cast part, so it is a little bit hefty. There isn't a way to attach it to her belt or anything, however. You also get the ignited lightsaber. This is not die-cast. This is the same one that comes with the regular release figure. The blade, it can be removed. You just pull it out like that. You can see that it just goes into that hole, just plugs in like that. Twist it back in. A nice dark shade of blue. Looks good overall. And like with the regular release, she also comes with her staff. Now, I'm not quite sure why they're including this. I mean, it's nice that it's there. I'll take an accessory over no accessory, even if it's not screen accurate or not needed in most cases, but she didn't use this in this outfit at all. I don't even think she handled it in this outfit at all, so it is curious that the figure actually comes with it. And then there are the two pieces of the display stand. I think it actually looks decent enough. I've seen a lot of people online say that it looks like steak or chopped meat, and it does. Obviously, it's meant to recreate the look of the crystal sort of surface of crate underneath the salt. You know what? It looks okay. They could have actually given it more of like a glittery look. Make it look more like a crystal. Make it look more interesting rather than just like chopped meat. But I mean, it's decent enough for what it is. I think there's enough detailing and paint application going on to this part right here. I think that's part of the Resistance ski speeder vehicle. And there's another part to it right here. You get the peg right there, flat on the bottom. To connect them together, you will see there is like a little piece that kind of sticks out right there, and then you'll have kind of like a little notch right there. Basically, you just line them up, and you just kind of push in, and it pretty much stays together like that. Not perfectly. It's kind of like the eye spaces from Kylo Ren and Rey from Kmart. They kind of go together, but they're not 100% secure. And then you can peg Rey in and just set her up however you want to set her up. I mean, it's cool. I mean, like I've said before with these environmental pieces, they're nice, but the thing is, they're all kind of small. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of cool that we're actually getting stuff like this in the Black Series line still, but it just kind of feels like there should be another part to it. It's kind of what I thought with Luke and his piece of the Octu Island. It's kind of like a little piece with Luke, and really not a whole lot you can do with it. So this isn't bad, but how much cooler would it have been to have gotten, let's say, a Rey like this that had maybe the escape pod from the Millennium Falcon that you could place her in, as well as all of the accessories that she comes with, maybe a Porg. I think that would have been a lot cooler than, this display base, but that's just me. All right, now here's a comparison. On the very left, we have the San Diego Comic-Con Rey exclusive. And then in the center, we have the latest run that is being done in the Black Series standard line. This is the one that you can get in the Snoke Wave that has the revised facial paint, as well as the blood on the arm. And then on the right, we have the Toys R Us exclusive Black Series figure. Looking at them all together, you can see that each one is quite different. Obviously, the San Diego Comic-Con and the standard Black Series one are pretty similar. Really, the only difference is the paint application in the faces. I really feel like they improved the latest version that comes in the Snoke Wave. It looks so much better overall. But looking at it next to the Toys R Us, I really do like the contouring that they gave to the face. However, the eyes just do not look right on this figure at all. I think if they would have done the facial contouring as they did on this figure, but done the eyes more similar to what they did here, it probably would have been perfect as far as the ultimate version of this figure goes. But as is, I kind of like this version right here in the center. Just the standard Black Series released, shipping in the Snoke Wave. I think that's the best way to go personally. Even though you get the base and all the accessories with this one, I mean, I'm not really feeling the soft goods quite as much. I would definitely stick with this one, especially since she does have the little bloodied mark on her arm as well. Here's a comparison of the Toys R Us Black Series exclusive Rey alongside the SH Figuarts Rey from The Last Jedi. I'm not going to beat around the bush. The SH Figuarts figure looks a lot better. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Rey Toys R Us exclusive 6-inch action figure. Overall, you guys, it's not terrible. It's not great either. It's just one of those things. If they were going to do an exclusive version of Rey for Toys R Us, it could have been better than this. I do like the facial contouring on the face. I do like the paint. I do think that it enhances her sculpt. But the way that she looks so dead-eyed and disinterested, it just isn't as good as it should be, especially when you consider the premium that these figures go for. The display base is all right. I don't think it's anything terribly exciting. I do like that she comes with all of her accessories, although she really didn't need a die-cast blaster or die-cast lightsaber hilt. I mean, those are just there for perceived value. The soft goods isn't particularly great either in this case. So out of the 4 exclusives that are hitting retailers, I think that this is probably the weakest of the 4. It's not all bad. There are some good aspects to it, but I really can't recommend it to you when we have a perfectly suitable Rey in the standard Black Series line, especially if you're able to get the one that is shipping with the Snoke Wave. That one has the better facial paint detail. It's got the bloodied mark on the arm. You get the same weapons and accessories, so definitely the best value overall. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do give me a like. Do subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts down below. Be sure to follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the Cantina Chatter podcast on iTunes. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.